Hey guys, so I'm actually back from vacation when I'm filming this, and I went to a place called Bird Kingdom, which is kind of like a sanctuary in Niagara Falls. So essentially, my trip was just to Niagara Falls. Now, I live in Mississauga, so that's a good 1 to 2 hour drive only, so it's not super far away, but it's still quite a distance. There is like a pit stop in between where it has like a plaza of different it's an indoor plaza of like food, so essentially a food court. And then they also have like some, what is it, pamphlets if you want to see like what's at the Niagara Falls essentially. So that's what it is. And basically what happened is it was just a small vacation. It literally was a 2 night stay at some hotel. I forgot the name of it. I believe it's the Skyline Hotel. And basically it was kind of a small hotel. It wasn't super large per se, and kind of the indoors looks like a motel. And it was super cool because they did have like in between every place, it had courtyards of like you could sit down, and then on top there there was sunlight coming through because they had windows, so you could essentially sit down and it was open to like whoever was staying there. And then the only issue I had was like the place was super small, like the room itself, and there's only 2 beds. I think there are larger ones that may have like a couch or something, depending on what room you purchased per se. Um, it was still okay in terms of quality. It was decent enough. However, it was super close to like one of the casinos, like the Fallsview one, which ended up being like super kind of noisy if people came home late, like came back to the hotel late, not home, whatever I say, came back to the hotel late. So yeah, there was an incident where I was like, the second night I woke up at like 2 a.m. because people were just talking the whole way through. Like they came back to the hotel and they were just talking really loudly in their rooms, and I stayed awake for quite a bit because of that. But yeah, anyways, I'll show some pictures like on the bottom here or here, depending on where I decide to put it. But I basically brought Sanglung in one of my gym bags. I originally wanted to bring him in like a suitcase, but I thought a suitcase would be too big of a bag to carry. I did have like a big gym bag, which is the size of a suitcase basically, but it is a gym bag, so you could bring it wherever you want. I'm just a really small person, so the gym bag ended up being like massive compared to me when I purchased that. Yeah, so I'll show a picture of that. It was kind of funny. I put him in there and then I put my snacks in there so that way he could have some snacks because he was there. Of course, he's a pillow, so he can't actually eat. But yeah, I just wanted to make it like a comfortable ride for him. And basically, I did bring a couple other plushies too. I'll also leave photos here for you guys to see. And then we went to like 2 barbecue places. It was really hot and humid. Honestly, I thought that Niagara might be a bit cooler than where I live because they do have like the Niagara Falls itself, which is a body of water. However, it ended up being way more humid there and way hotter. Where I live though, which is like GTA area, it is super hot, but the thing is, the worst part is that I don't have aircon in my house, so it's not working right now, so that's basically the issue. However, if you go outside for a little bit, it's not that bad in comparison. We did, like, the Skyline Hotel was basically near the, I forgot what the street is called. It's like Clifton Hill or something, and that's basically a major street that most tourists go to see. There's like lots of attractions, like haunted houses, food, and different restaurants, and also gift shops there. But most of the stuff like for gift shops ended up being like more touristy type of stuff, so like Canadian flags, Canadian this, you know. But I'm born in Canada, so I don't feel the need to like buy those types of things. There are like some souvenir stuff for like Niagara Falls per se, but it's more so, I guess, knickknacks you could get if you're like more so visiting from like US or something, or from a different country. What else? I'll leave some pictures. We went to 2 barbecue places. The first day we went to a barbecue place. Basically, I didn't take note of the names of the restaurants, which I should have, but I didn't. It's next to the Rainforest Cafe though, and there's only one Rainforest Cafe in Canada, so that's perfectly fine. Like if you search it up, it's there in Niagara Falls. We originally were gonna go there, and then we ended up going to the barbecue place that was right outside of it. It was kind of in collaboration with like this like a beer company that was right next to it. So next to it was kind of a restaurant also that was like beer, so it had like Niagara crafted beer, their own brandings and stuff like that. However, they did serve some food from what I saw, but we went to the next door one, which was a barbecue place. It sold beer from there. However, the beer was quite expensive. They didn't have anything that was like, I want to say you couldn't get like a jug full of beer to share. You had to purchase your own, and it would be like $10 each, which was super expensive. However, their like barbecue was really good. We got like these ribs, mac and cheese, and beans, and also a side of poutine. Basically, the poutine was an appetizer, but we decided we weren't that hungry because I think the humidity of the weather really got to us during the vacation. Like everything that I ate, I ended up feeling like bloated, and I just didn't want to eat that much. Afterwards, we got some churros with ice cream. It's pretty pricey. It's like $15. I mean, it's okay for like what it is. Basically, that's typically what I would assume it would cost for churros and ice cream. However, it was kind of like super overly sweet. But basically, July 4th was the day that we did that, and that was the night that we first got there, and basically that was my brother's birthday, so I wanted to get him something, so that's why I bought him like the churros and ice cream, and we shared. It was like Fruity Pebbles flavor, which is a cereal. So yeah. And then the next barbecue place we went to was the next day. I'll leave photos here as well. That was more so a buffet. We actually booked in advance before going on the vacation, but you basically can walk into, it doesn't matter, sunline's falling. And so yeah, you can walk in there like a normal restaurant, or you can book in advance. But my dad booked in advance because my brother's birthday, but it was the next day, and it's basically an American barbecue. There isn't really anything super special about it, but it was really decent food compared to like other places. I can't remember how much it was per person, but I think it was only like $30 per person or something, 30 to 40, which is average price for buffet. It wasn't like super expensive. Their food was pretty good for like a buffet in comparison to other places. It does have like ribs, and it did have like a lot of more American barbecue stuff, which I feel like here in like where I live, it tends to be more like hard to find and super expensive. So finding a good American barbecue is really not like that easy to find where I live, which is funny because it's like only an hour to 2 hour drive away from where we live. So yeah, but if you go there, I would say maybe try barbecue food because that's good. They do have a lot of diners like Applebee's, Denny's, and like different branded like breakfast diners, like those diners that you can go to get like pancakes and like also get like brunch from it, which are open. I think they're normally open pretty late too because they have some dinner, like Denny's serves dinner obviously, and then Applebee's. I don't know about Applebee's to be honest because I haven't been there in a while, but similar thing. So yeah. And then we went to Bird Kingdom. Now, this is the only thing that I got because I ended up looking at prices of a lot of the plushies, and most of them I'm gonna say are like $20 each for like every single other place, like $20 or up, even for like the gift shops. So it's kind of pricey, and I really didn't want to pay that much for like so many things. So yeah, so I essentially purchased most of the stuff that I bought was food, not like knickknacks or like stuff you could bring home. We also brought our own snacks there because it's kind of expensive eating out, and like eating breakfast there was like really expensive too. If you wanted to go to a place like Burger King, you have to drive to like a further location unless you live at a hotel that's close to it. The Burger King that we were close to was not open till like 10 a.m. and we woke up way before 10 a.m. So yeah, we ended up eating stuff like Starbucks and then the instant noodles that we brought. I feel like it's always good to bring drinks. We also bought drinks too, like soy milk and also this Chinese apple juice. It's like an apple soda. So yeah, and we bought a lot of snacks from T&T, and we just loaded our luggage with it basically because I feel like that's a good thing because late at night you're gonna want to have snacks because you're tired. Anyways, we didn't go to any like pools or anything because I didn't feel like it honestly, and just walking on the Clifton Hill itself is literally a steep like road. So once you get down to like the actual Niagara Falls, and then which was in walking distance from the Skyline Hotel, and then you go like back to the hotel, it's all like uphill. So we got really tired really fast just from walking, and then because of the heat we didn't eat that much, so it wasn't that great. Like I want to say it wasn't that great of a vacation in general, but overall it was okay. I had Sanlang with me so it was okay. So I went to Bird Kingdom, which is kind of like a bird sanctuary. They have like a lot of rescued animals there, and it's not like a confined place where they keep everything in cages. They might keep like some animals in cages depending on what it is. Like they do have like reptiles, like tortoises and lizards and snakes, and then they also have like some spiders and frogs and also bats as well, but those ones they kind of keep more so like confined areas. As for like the birds, there is like a big place where they keep them in like a big area where they can just fly around and you can walk around and look at them. So yeah, so I bought this cockatoo because I thought it was super cute, and normally I don't see these types of plushies at places, so I thought it was nice. But it is from Wild Republic, and it was $16.99 for this one. There was another bird that I wanted, which was a silky chick, which was super cute, but that ended up being like $30, and it was roughly the same size, just a little bigger. So I thought I'm not gonna purchase anything that's super expensive because the food itself is kind of pricey there. Like every single meal that we had kind of was expensive, but at the same time it was good for like the portions that they were giving us, so I can't really say it's like overpriced, just more so it is expensive eating out to begin with. So yeah, I bought this cockatoo. He has like these head feathers, like his crest, and it's like made of felt, and then his eye is like beads, and then has this beak which is like kind of a felty material too, but much softer than this. And then he has his feet, super cute. And then his wings aren't like wired or anything. Some of their I think some of their bird plushies, like the parrots, might have like wiring in their wings, but this one doesn't, so they kind of just flap like so. It's super cute. yeah, most of the plushies ended up being super expensive, so I didn't buy a lot. I'll leave like some pictures here for you guys to see of like the birds that I took. There was this massive like pheasant that was there. I forgot the name of it, but there was this pheasant and it was just standing there. Like, because to go in the bird sanctuary, it's kind of like a downward bridge basically indoors, and there was just this massive pheasant there, and I took a picture of it. It was so pretty, but at the same time it was huge, so it was kind of scary because it's like, imagine just a giant bird just there. But yeah, it was just minding its own business, being super cute. And there was like some other animals too, like reptiles, like I said. But other than that, that's basically all I did on vacation. I just wanted to do kind of a small update about it. I didn't take any videos of my actual trip just because I feel like for trips, I just want to enjoy the moment. Also, I was not really enjoying it because I was overheating the whole time until you got to like an indoor place. So if you go into a restaurant or you go into like the hotel, then there's a lot of air conditioning, and the hotel we were at actually had a lot of air conditioning, so it was really nice, to the point where it was like super cold sometimes, so we had to turn it down. But yeah, other than that, that's basically it. But I didn't want to film too much because also I don't do like vlog style videos, and I honestly don't know if I would ever do those types of videos. I'm kind of interested in doing vlogging, but because normally I don't go outside much, so because I need to stay cool because I overheat quickly, so that's why I don't necessarily want to do vlogs. But yeah, it was just super like just being in the moment rather than just whipping my phone out every second. So it was more so take some pictures here and there, and then that's basically it. So yeah, so that was it for my vacation, and I'm gonna do more like drawing videos and stuff like that because honestly I'm back home now, and I didn't get like a massive haul. This was it because everything was super pricey. Honestly, it wasn't that great. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's just a small update of what I did on my vacation. I never really took a vacation after like when I was working at Miniso, to be honest. So basically for like 4 years straight I never took vacation, and then right now it was like just a little vacation on my brother's birthday, and that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.